Good morning, my dear aspirants. Welcome to Kartikeya IAS Academy. So today we are going to discuss about air services agreements between India and Philippines as well as India and Afghanistan. So please do remember what are these air services agreement. So why we should sign these agreements with other countries. So let's go and see what is the article about. Our cabinet ministry revised air services with other countries. So why? So this air services agreement, if you observe, which is also called as, which is also called as, which is also called as air transport agreement, right? Nothing but we can write in capital form AATA. So this air transport agreement, also called as air service agreement or air transport agreement, right? So why we will do, why countries will do this bilateral agreement? Please, very important. So our economy based upon agriculture, right? So in agriculture, we need to transport our goods from one place to another. So those all will come under commercial, those all will be come under cargo planes. Whereas for our the regular people, they will be providing us commercial airplanes. So there is a difference between, this ATA and ABA. Please observe here the air bubble agreement. The air bubble agreement. Whereas here you can see air service agreement or air transport agreement. So earlier I said that our economy based upon agriculture, so transport should be done through the cheapest mode of transportation. Okay, it is sea route, and sometimes we need to transport our goods from one country to other country through these airplanes. Then we should have a permission. So if any cargo flights from other countries entering into any other country territory, definitely there should be agreement. So that type of agreement, right? So that type of agreements are called as air transport agreement. So please observe here, an air bubble is a bilateral arrangement with a set of regulations and restrictions which the carriers of the other two countries can operate international flights. Whereas coming to ASA, air transport agreement or air service agreement, it is a bilateral agreement to allow international commercial air transport services between the signatories. ASA has its basis under the Chicago Convention, which is also known as Convention on International Civil Aviation, which was signed on December 1944. So this is the difference between the ASA and ABA. Please do remember air bubble agreement, air service agreement. So I think you guys got a clarity. So what we are doing right now, air services agreement. So the revised air service agreement signifies an important landmark in the civil aviation relations between the two countries. It will provide enabling environment for enhanced and seamless connectivity while providing commercial opportunities to the carriers of both sides, ensuring greater safety and security. That is the main point. So here we are getting environmentally, we are protecting our environment through these mode of transports, not affecting our environment. So the carriers will carry the goods from one place to another place. So this agreement will be under insurance, nothing but ASE. So the thing about ensuring a greater safety and security. It has a potential to spur great trade, investment, tourism, and cultural exchanges between the two countries, in tune with the developments in the civil aviation sector. With all scheduled international passenger flights have been suspended in India since March 23rd due to the coronavirus pandemic. Special flights have been operating under the Vande Mataram mission. Please do remember, this is very, very important. Vande Mataram mission. So right now, whatever planes are going from one place to another under Vande Mataram, Vande Bharat mission. Right? Once again, while all scheduled international passengers flights have been suspended in India since March 23 due to coronavirus pandemic, special flights have been operating under the Vande Mataram, Vande Bharat mission since May and under air bubble arrangements since July. So Vande Bharat mission started from May, and whereas from July, air bubble arrangements. So here you can observe till now India had formed air bubble arrangements with around 19 countries. And what are those countries? That is very, very important. I think the most important part is why we are doing this agreement. What is the difference between this air bubble agreement, air service agreement? Which of the following is also called as air transport agreement? Then our answer should be air service agreement. And this comes under which convention? Chicago Convention, which was signed on December 1944. So here there are 19 countries from where we signed air bubble agreements. So those are USA, Canada, UK, Netherlands, Germany, France, Ukraine, Nigeria, Kenya, Iraq, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Oman, Afghanistan, Maldives, Bengal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Japan. So how many countries? 19 countries. So then we will study about the relations between. Then we study about the relations between India and Philippines. So here we are going to discuss about the trade relations. So India-Philippines relations refer to the foreign relations between Republic of India as well as Republic of Philippines. Diplomatic relations between India and Philippines were established in 1949. So it is very, very important for us. In exam point of view, you may get this type of question. So diplomatic relations, right? So diplomatic relations between India and Philippines from 1949. India maintains an embassy in Manali, whilst the Philippines maintains one in New Delhi. A treaty of friendship was signed between the Philippines and India on 11th July 1958. So this is also very, very important for us. Please do remember, a treaty of friendship was signed between Philippines and India on which year? 1952. Whereas diplomatic relations signed in 1949. And now if you observe, what is our total trade between India and Philippines? Clear? So that is nothing but $1.6 billion. Despite the impact of the India-ASEAN FTA, what is the meaning of FTA? Free trade agreements in goods. India-Philippines trade has so far been at around 1.981 billion in 2016-17. In the year 2016-17, India's export amount to worth 1,487 million, and imports were worth of 494 million. So here, if you observe, this import value is very, very, very less than the export value. However, the number of growth drivers suggest a major and sustainable growth in two ways. Trade and investment help the conclusion of the Indian-Asian Trade in Services and Investment agreements. So, who actually is a favorable sustainable growth for the both ways, that is Asian group. So Indian investment in Philippines is mainly in the areas of textiles, garments, ITs, steel, airports, chemicals, automobiles, and pharmaceuticals alone. So these are also very, very important for us. So 2017, 1.981 billion. 2016-17 amounted 104.87. Is it clear to everyone? Next, in the same way, we should discuss about the relations between India and Afghanistan. You all are very, very, very well aware of this agreement. Already we invested from 2002 to till date $10.02 billion, right? So India has already invested $10.8 billion in Afghanistan as of 2012. Clear? This includes setting up iron ore mines and the Steel Authority of India also producing 800 megawatts power plant, hydroelectric power projects, transmission lines, roads, etc. India helped Afghans in the construction of Shalma Dam. Please do remember, it's very, very important, Shalma Dam. In the Herat province. So here province nothing but state. Nothing but state. In the same way, from India, if you want to enter into Afghanistan, there is a block between India and Afghanistan, that is called LOC. So we could not enter into Afghanistan through land route. So what we decided? We decided to construct one Chabbar port in Iran, which will counterfeit Pakistan's Gwadar. Is it clear? India has also constructed a new parliament complex. India has also constructed a new parliament complex for the Afghan government. So please do remember, dam was constructed by Indians. New parliament constructed by again Indians. With how many rupees? 710 crores. I think you all are well aware of this value. It is very, 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 very important value. 710 crores or $115 billion was given to Afghanistan for the construction of parliament. And who constructed it? India itself. And this building was inaugurated on 25th December 2015. Since Pakistan refused land access, India and Afghanistan have established 2 air corridors to facilitate bilateral trade. So please do remember 10.8 Salma Dam, 710 crores are very, very important. Next, coming to the static GK, Philippines capital is Manila, largest cuisine city, official language Filipino English, currency is peso. So this is very, very easy topic. President is Dorgio Duterte. Afghanistan capital Kabul, largest cuisine city, official language Pashto, currency Afghani. Who is the president? It's the same person, Ashraf Ghani. I think it is clear for you guys. what we discussed in this session? Why cabinet revised air services with other countries? How many countries were revised by cabinet under air bubble agreement? What is the difference between air bubble agreement and service agreement? Next, we discussed about air bubble arrangement and air service agreement. Next, what about India's trade relations with Philippines, and what about the India trade relations with Afghanistan? Coming to strategy K, capital, largest city, right? So here largest city, no, I have written wrong here. Please correct it. What is the largest city in Afghanistan? Please do remember, official language is okay. It is a Pashto. Currency is okay. It is Afghani. But what about the largest city? Please do remember.